everyone. Today we're doing notes for 6.4 sampling distributions. So here we have a list of different vocabulary terms that we've seen before. A sample is a subset of measurements from a population. A population is a complete set of measurements or counts, either existing or conceptual. A parameter is a numerical descriptive measure of a population. A statistic is a numerical descriptive measure of a sample. A simple random sample is a subset of the population selected in such a manner that every sample of size n from the population has an equal chance of being selected. Relative frequency is the frequency divided by the total. Sampling distribution is the probability distribution of a sample statistic based on all possible simple random samples of the same size from the same population. So here's an example. Pinedale, Wisconsin is a rural community with a children's fishing pond. Posted rules state that all fish under 6 inches must be returned to the pond. Only children under 12 years old may fish, and a limit of 5 fish may be kept per day. Susan is a college student who was hired by the community last summer to make sure the rules were obeyed and to see that the children were safe from accidents. The pond contains only rainbow trout and has been well stocked for many years. Each child has no difficulty catching his or her limit of 5 trout. As a project for her biometrics class, Susan kept a record of the lengths to the nearest inch of all trout caught last summer. Hundreds of children visited the pond and caught their limit of 5 trout, so Susan has a lot of data. To make the table below, Susan selected 100 children at random and listed the lengths of each of the 5 trout caught by a child in the sample. Then, for each child, she listed the mean length of the 5 trout that child caught. So if we organize the data into the frequency table, here you can see this. And if we want to graph a histogram and a curve to evaluate the type of distribution, it would look like this. Okay, so what does a sampling distribution tell us? A sampling distribution gives us information regarding sample statistics such as X bar, which is the sample mean, or P hat, which is the sample proportion. The sampling distribution is based on values of the sample statistics from all samples of a specified size n. Sampling distributions are used to obtain information about corresponding population parameters. The next sections and chapters will see how to obtain information about the value of the parameter mu from sampling distributions of X bar. We'll also study sampling distributions of P hat, the sample probability of success in a binomial trial. So again, reminder, X bar is your sample mean. And we have that mu is your population mean. We have P hat is our sample proportion, and P is going to be our population proportion. The basic idea going forward, we want to study the distribution of the sample mean. In other words, how likely is it that the mean of a sample of size 5 falls within 1 unit of the true population mean, mu? How likely is it for a sample of size 50? So basically what happens is as the sample size increases, we get closer to the true population mean, mu. And that's the end of our notes for today.